At 94 years old, most people will be long retired, but Clint Eastwood isn't most people. He's still directing films, staying active, and living life with the quiet confidence that has defined him for over 6 decades. In this video, we'll explore Clint Eastwood's lifestyle in 2024, his daily routine, health habits, work ethic, relationships, and the mindset that keeps him going strong while others have long slowed down. This isn't just the story of an actor. It's the story of a man who built a life on discipline, purpose, and passion. Title appears on screen. Clint Eastwood Lifestyle 2024 Buzz of Legends. Part 1. A legend who never stopped. Narrator. Born in 1930, Clint Eastwood's life has always been about movement. From the dusty backlots of Roar High to the director's chair on Oscar-winning films. Now, in 2024, Eastwood continues to surprise everyone. While many of his peers enjoy quiet retirement, he's still active in Hollywood, quietly developing new projects, attending screenings, and staying connected with his longtime collaborators. Friends say he still drives himself to the studio. He keeps a small, focused team, no fuss, no entourage. For Clint, simplicity has always been the secret. Part 2. Early mornings and DICIPLN narrator. Even in his 90s, Clint Eastwood starts his mornings early, often before sunrise. He's up around 6 a.m., keeps his phone on silent, and begins his day with quiet. There's no chaos, no rush, just focus. He enjoys coffee, light breakfast, and often spends time reading scripts or editing ideas in solitude. Over the years, he said he doesn't believe in wasting time. Quote, "I don't let the old man in." It's his philosophy to never act his age, to stay curious, and to keep moving. That attitude has carried him through every stage of life, and it continues to define his days in 2024. Part 3. Health and fitness narrator. One of Clint Eastwood's biggest secrets to longevity is his health routine. He's been careful about fitness since his early days, swimming, walking, and light strength exercises. At 94, he's not lifting weights or running marathons, but he stays active every single day. He walks around his property, often near his home in Carmel, California, breathing fresh air, keeping his body moving. His diet is famously clean, lean proteins, vegetables, minimal sugar and salt, no processed food. For decades, Eastwood has practiced moderation. He avoids excess in food, drink, or lifestyle. He once said, "I've always eaten the same small meals, mostly healthy stuff. I don't like feeling sluggish." It's that simple discipline that's helped him stay strong and sharp, even as he nears his 100th birthday. Part 4. Work in 2024 narrator. In 2024, Clint Eastwood remains active behind the camera. His film Juror No. 2, a courtroom thriller, has kept him busy. Even at his age, he directs with calm authority, rarely needing more than a few takes. On set, his style is famously quiet. He doesn't shout action. He simply says, "Whenever you're ready." He believes in trust, letting actors find the moment naturally. Crew members describe him as a perfectionist, but never controlling. He knows what he wants, and he gets it fast. Even now, every new Clint Eastwood film is an event. Hollywood watches closely, not just for the story, but for the inspiration. Because Clint Eastwood, at 94, is still doing what he loves most. Part 5. Home and LIFCYLE narrator. Clint Eastwood lives quietly in Carmel, California, a beautiful coastal town. He once served as mayor back in the 1980s. His home reflects who he is: simple, natural, and filled with history. Wood, stone, sunlight, no Hollywood excess. He spends time outdoors, walking his land, enjoying the ocean view. There's peace there, and that's exactly what he's always valued most. He said before that he enjoys solitude, but he's never been lonely. Eastwood values his privacy but keeps close connections with family and trusted friends. Part 6. Family and RELATIONS narrator. Family has always been an important part of Clint Eastwood's life. He's a father of 8, and though his family is spread across the country, they stay connected. His son, Scott Eastwood, has followed in his footsteps, building a successful acting career of his own. Scott has often spoken proudly of his father's strength and determination. He says Clint still gives advice, still inspires, and still works harder than anyone he knows. At 94, Eastwood is not the kind of man who looks back with regret. He focuses on what's next. He believes in legacy, not as fame, but as doing what matters while you can. Part 7, Mindset and Work ETH Narrator. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about Clint Eastwood isn't his success, it's his mindset. He's always believed in hard work, independence, and quiet confidence. He never chased fame. He chased excellence. His work ethic hasn't changed since the 1950s. When he directs, he's the first on set and the last to leave. He doesn't tolerate laziness, but he treats everyone with respect. He doesn't use fancy words or speeches. He leads by example. And when asked about retirement, Eastwood famously said, "Why should I? If you love what you do, you keep doing it." That philosophy keeps him young, in body and in spirit. Part 8, Money and Success's Narrator. At his peak, Clint Eastwood was one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors and directors. He's estimated to have earned around $90 million a year during his most active years, not just from acting, but from directing, producing, and his real estate ventures. But here's what's interesting. He's never been driven by money. He lives modestly, doesn't flaunt wealth, and has often said that success is about freedom, not luxury. He owns several properties, including his beloved Mission Ranch in Carmel, a place he restored to preserve local history. It's not just a home. It's a symbol of his values, heritage, hard work, and simplicity. Even with his fortune, Clint Eastwood is a minimalist at heart. He spends on what matters: films, family, and preserving the environment. Part 9, Legacy and IMPC Narrator. Clint Eastwood's impact on cinema is immeasurable. He's given us unforgettable characters. The Man with No Name, Dirty Harry, William Money. He's directed masterpieces like Unforgiven, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, and American Sniper. He's won multiple Oscars, directed over 40 films, and influenced countless filmmakers. But more than awards, it's his consistency that stands out. Clint Eastwood built a career and a life on doing the work quietly, with integrity. His name represents more than fame. It represents excellence without ego. Part 10, Clint Eastwood in 2024. The legend lives Owen narrator. So what does life look like for Clint Eastwood in 2024? It's peaceful, focused, still creative. He spends time writing, planning, and reflecting, but never slowing down. He still goes to the studio, meets collaborators, and takes walks by the ocean. He knows time is precious, and he uses every day wisely. At 94, he's not just surviving, he's thriving. Still making films, still inspiring millions. Still remind the world that greatness isn't about fame or fortune. It's about passion, discipline, and the courage to keep going. Outro, The Eastwood Code. Narrator. Clint Eastwood's lifestyle in 2024 isn't a mystery. It's the result of a lifetime of focus, simplicity, and self-control. He eats light. He works hard. He stays humble. And most importantly, he keeps doing what he loves. That's the Eastwood way. Pause, gentle piano music begins. So as the years go by and the world changes around him, Clint Eastwood remains what he's always been. A man who doesn't talk too much, but when he does, every word means something. He's a living reminder that age is just a number and that true legends never fade. They simply keep creating. Music swells, end credits roll with text. Buzz of Legends, the story of Clint Eastwood.